abase. Now, abase is a very powerful word. All right, it means to humiliate, to belittle someone, or to bring someone down. Right? How can you do so? You simply say something bad to someone, you will see he or she is feeling embarrassed. Now, it's not a good thing, right? Don't do it. If you see someone is getting to be unable to talk properly, don't just come up with bad words at them. Don't make fun out of it, because it hurts. He or she knows that this thing is happening. If possible, get in touch privately and then correct the mistake he or she is doing politely, in a polite manner. But don't, try to show up your over smartness, coming up with the correct thing and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we do insult people intentionally with, their weak points. So if we abase, it means we come up with words to make that specific personality we're talking about feel pretty embarrassed. So if I abase you, it means I try to put you down. I try to bring you down. Got my point? Alright, so moving on to the next word, so called Abhor. It's another powerful word and I love it, Normally what happens in normal situation, if we do not like anything, we simply say we don't like it. Or we don't like that, blah, blah, blah. But if it happens that you cannot even tolerate the existence, of something, which means you have got a feeling of ultimate hatred or extreme level of hatred towards that specific thing, right? If it happens to you, that's a person. If the name comes up to your mind, you get to be way, angry because you cannot take it. Personally, I abhor people who send their parents to a shelter house, an elderly shelter house, or you call it Bidhastro. I really do abhor such kind of people who have got such kind of mentality, because your parents did help you grow up, with a good environment, and once you were adult, once it's time for you to take care of your parents, you were, getting to enjoy your luxury alone, getting your parents off of your house. It's not good. So I abhor such kind of people. I do it. I don't know how do they even think of it, How do they come up with such kind of mentality? Anyway, it's just to get you an understanding about the intensity, of the meaning of this word, the feeling that it gets, abhor. You get to be onto this much of, an extreme feeling, all right? Like you cannot take it, all right? All right, moving on to the next word, that's called abject. Abject means most miserable, most unfortunate, very poor. Let's say people who are living in an abject poverty. It means they're living to the lowest possible poverty level. They can't even think of having food 3 times a day. Okay? So abject poverty refers to that sort of, a poverty level. That is to the lowest of the lows. Now, if a person gets to be an abject person, what happens, it refers to a person who feels to be completely valueless. Therefore, he behaves in a way that shows that he is completely inferior to the other ones. Let's say if I'm talking to someone and talking in such a way that I am nothing, that person is everything. This much understanding basically this word gives us. All right. So don't need to be an object personality. All right. Just get to be who you are. Simple. This is how it goes basically. So object is all about most unfortunate ones, most miserable ones, or very poor ones. Right? If I am an object person, it means my attitude, my behavior, my manner would be all done in such a way that it would be expressing that I am nothing, and the rest is superior. Hope you have got to have an understanding. If not, do come with your comments. All right. Next one, aberration. Aberration means something that is not normal. Let's say COVID-19, coronavirus. Did you ever think of such a virus? Nobody, right? And therefore nobody got to have any sort of preparation. So COVID-19 is to be called an aberration. It doesn't happen normally. We cannot even expect this to happen on a regular basis. Let's say every after 5 years or 10 years. No. It's a rare thing that comes up all of a sudden, unexpectedly. All right. So that's it. When a behavior gets to be deviant, all right, from the normal way of its norm, then you call it an aberration. Like in a meeting, all of you, let's say you were with your bosses and other senior staff. You are supposed to be serious, bosses are supposed to be serious as well. If you see like one of your bosses and you got to stand up and started crying, it's not something you see on a regular basis. It doesn't happen. Just because it doesn't happen and it's not a regular phenomenon, therefore you call it an aberration. All right. Anyway, moving on to the next, abrasive. This is the very last one. Abrasive, it means rude, unfriendly, rough and tough, or what does it call, harsh. So if it happens that if you are asked a question like, sir, I need to have an understanding, like why did it happen? Could you describe? And you say, hey, why did you ask me this question? What's wrong with you? Which means you are not getting to be friendly with your students. If not, then you show up an abrasive attitude, abrasive behavior. Right? So if your behavior is abrasive, it means you are having an unfriendly attitude towards your students or whoever it is, friends, family members, whoever it is. So abrasive means rude, harsh, unfriendly. Don't be abrasive with your family members, with your students, with your friends, which means don't be rude with your friends, with your family members, with your parents, with your colleagues. Don't be unfriendly. Got my point? So abrasiveness is all about your rude behavior, nothing else. Got my point? Hope you got to have this whole video pretty meaningful, pretty useful. If so, if possible, if you are new to this channel, if possible, if you think it would be better for your friends, do share this video with your friends and get this shared on your timeline as well, so that whenever you get to have time, you could review this whole video and get through these words. All right, because these are all advanced words, right? And I mean, we use all these words formally, right? And whenever you get to face any sort of admission test, you get to, I mean, experience the essence of such kind of words, right? So if possible, to share and help others to get to have the learning that you have got out of this whole video as well. And thank you so much for watching this video till now. Hope you do the stuff that I have requested you to do. And nothing else. This is high time for me to sign off. Therefore, RH signing off for now. Hope to see you on one next one. Till then, stay at home, stay safe, and get to be pretty curious about my next video. Thank you so much. Absorb.